Hello everyone, I'm Lunara. Welcome to the Court of Madness. And I'm doing another Royal Recipes today, finally. Now at the new location, aka Shade's house. Yeah, that is something you may be hearing in my cooking videos from now on. Shade in the background.
Shade in the background. Shade in the foreground.
Shade, get out of my face.
Shade in the background again.
So, I'm interested in Depression-era recipes if you've seen my dropped eggs video. Now we're going to try another Depression-era recipe, and this one is going to be Hoover Stew. So to begin Hoover Stew, you need to boil traditionally elbow macaroni, but we don't have that. So we're going to be boiling shells because that's what we have. And I will see you when the shells are partially boiled. So now we have drained almost all the water off the noodles. You're supposed to drain it all, but I thought leaving a little bit wouldn't hurt. So we'll find out if I'm right. So what we're going to add to this Hoover Stew, first we're going to add a can of corn. With the juice, you gotta leave the juice in there because this vegetable juice is going to help us form the broth. Because in the Great Depression, you couldn't afford to waste any of this good stuff. So, stewed tomatoes are up next. And then last one, the most important ingredients, mild beans. I have chili beans. I don't think that's what you're supposed to use, but in the Great Depression, they put in whatever they had, and this is what we have, so. And then the beans are not the only source of protein in this, so no. For you see, we have chopped hot dogs. I'm only putting in 3 hot dogs, I believe. It was going to be 4, but Shade was extra hungry. Now they'd cook this essentially just how it is and eat that, which would probably be the most authentic thing that we could do. Honestly, this isn't looking super appealing, but I think it'll be okay. Might have been a bit of a high ratio of noodles to the rest of the ingredients. However, we're not going to leave it just like this. Oh, no. Shade and I are a bit classier than that. So we are going to add in some seasoning. We're going to add in a little bit of Riley's, because this stuff is dang good.
And salt-free.
Well, ironic you should say that because the next thing I'm going to add is the seasonal salt. So, you know, we don't need to have any heart attacks in here. So this seasonal salt. I apologize right now. I do not have my phone stand that I usually use to record these videos. A little bit of Mrs. Dash. And then oh, yes. The powder of garlic. And I apologize, I know you're not supposed to dump directly in the pot like this, but I only have one hand at the moment. So we are going to stir this up. Oh, it's starting to smell good now. Sure, that's going to make a lovely sound. I'm hoping that chili sauce and the beans will give the broth some extra flavor. Because it does look kind of bland. But it is starting to smell quite good. So we will sample this for you in a little bit. But here's some Hoover Stew. So here we have 2 steaming hot bowls of Hoover Stew. It does not look awesome. Shade's sampling first.
It's hot.
Oh yeah, you can see the steam on camera.
Hot.
Should we have waited till it cooled down?
You get a bit of hot dog in there too. Get a bite of everything.
Shade's struggling to eat it.
A mouthful. Honestly, not terrible. It's not super great, but
it's not as good as it looks bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it looks.
That's what I meant.
It's not as good as it looks bad.
It's not as bad as it looks like it is.
Hey, just remember that saying we stole. Words are hard.
Well, here, you want to hold the camera while I take a chance here? Let's see, I'm trying to make sure I get a little bit of everything here. Yep, I got a sliced hot dog in there.
What you think?
It's okay.
Told you.
The spices help a little.
I think they probably help a lot.
But I feel, being raised how I was, I'm like, where's the like, firm vegetables?
Where's the meat?
There's hot dogs.
Needs more meat. More beef.
Honestly, I think the beans that were in chili sauce actually helped the broth too. Let me just try the broth.
It's too hot.
Hold on. Let me try and get...
You just see the steam go away.
Yeah, the broth is carrying a lot here because I added spices.
Okay.
Okay, so there you go. This is truly a depression food. Eat it if you gotta.